So now I want to go over my overall makeup recommendations. I'm going to start out with the Danessa Myricks Beauty brand. My top recommendations for this brand, and y'all know I love Danessa Myricks, but there's really only 3 products of hers that's really got me in, as they say, a chokehold. Her Blurring Balm powder. So it's actually called the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm powder. I have the shade 7 and I have the shade 9. The shade 9 is my favorite because it's the color of my complexion. Love it. I love it as a primer. It is my favorite primer. Really, it is the only primer that I need because it does what I need it to do. It blurs my imperfections, my pores. It makes my skin so smooth. It does so much before I even put on my foundation. And my foundation stays really nice and matte. If you are a matte lover, you will love it. And it's not like a matte that's dry. It's more of a matte that is just smooth. Just smooth. It's not real shiny. It just looks really, really good. And I definitely recommend you trying the Blurring Balm powder. Try this in your complexion shade. I think it has like 13 shades, or you can just get the translucent. This is good for uneven texture. If you want to boost your coverage, it balances oils throughout the day while maintaining hydration. So definitely a top recommendation from the Danessa Myricks brand. My next recommendation from Danessa Myricks is going to be the Color Fix Eye, Cheek, and Lip Cream Pigment. I have several of these. I have the mattes, and then I have one of the nudes. So she has different collections under these Color Fix. She has the nudes, the mattes, the, I don't know what you would call it. It's like the shimmers or metallics. So you can just, you know, pick from any of those categories. But these are really great. Like I said, they're for the eyes, cheek, and lips. They are... I don't even know how to describe it. These are for the person who really wants to be creative in their makeup, but you also want a good quality product that's going to stay in place. These are waterproof, they're transfer proof. They are for all skin types, but you can just be so creative and create so many cool looks with these Color Fix pigments. I can't even begin to tell. I'm going to say I have... There's a matte red that I have, a pink. I have some of the wine colors. I have a pretty blue. I have yellow. The Color Fix nude I have is in nude 10, and it is gorgeous. I like to use that as a contour. I use it as eyeshadow, and I also use it as lipstick. So it's just so many creative ways you can use these Color Fix pigments. So I definitely recommend them. Next recommendation I have under Danessa Myricks is the beauty oil with gold leaf. If you have dry skin and you just can't seem to get rid of that dryness, that flakiness sometimes that goes, you know, as we go throughout our day. Like I said, I have really bad dry skin. But the one thing I found to be really helpful in my skincare and makeup application is adding a beauty oil. Now, I typically use the MAC Prep and Prime Essential Oil. I love that. But when I tried the Danessa Myricks beauty oil, I fell in love with it too. It really, really helps my skin. The beauty oil is hydrating. It's going to give you a radiant finish. So you may feel like, oh, this is too shiny. No, it's just going to give you that radiant finish that's going to just give you a really nice glow throughout the day if you're wearing it by itself. But if you want to wear this under your makeup, it's definitely going to give a radiant, kind of just a little slight little glow. It's going to make you look hydrated and moisturized. And I have it on today under my makeup as well. And I just feel like it looks really good. And I just cannot recommend this beauty oil enough, or just adding a beauty oil to your routine. It's gonna, you know, take it up a notch. That's it as far as my recommendations for Danessa Myricks. Now, she does have some other products that I would recommend just based off their popularity. You know, she recently came out with the Groundwork eyeshadow palette. This is the Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette for the eyes, brows, face, and lips. A lot of people really like this palette. It was on my wish list, but I decided to go with something different. And then she just came out with the Lightwork 5 palette with all of the metallics and chromes and all of that stuff that's really outside of my skill set. But if you like that kind of thing, look for this eyeshadow palette. It's kind of expensive. It's $125, but if you join, or you're already a member with Sephora, you will get some discount off of that. And then they have these Yummy Skin Best-Selling Blurring Buddies set, where you get the translucent blurring balm powder, and you get one of the blurring balm blushes. So, and I've never tried the blushes, so I'm kind of thinking about picking that up. And yeah, so yeah, that's it for Danessa Myricks. Those are my recommendations under that brand. All right, so the next recommendation for just overall makeup is from Patrick Ta. I am going to be recommending the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I have it right here. So I have it right here. This is one of my major purchase that I made recently from Sephora. So this is what the palette looks like. And the thing that is so amazing about this palette is that it is all matte. So, like with a lot of eyeshadow palettes, you have some mattes, you have some shimmers. Sometimes it seems like it's more shimmers than mattes. I personally like and have wanted an all matte eyeshadow palette, and I just never seen it. But when I saw that this one was coming out, because this is a beautiful palette, it has 10 matte, neutral matte shades and 2 cream shades right here. A really nice mirror. The packaging is nice. It just feels very luxe and elegant, and I love that. So I'm really happy with this purchase, and I definitely recommend, if you are in the market for a neutral eyeshadow palette, or you just want to try something new, definitely give this eyeshadow palette a try. It is $70, but you will get some discount on that. All right, so my next recommendation is going to come from the brand Dior, one of my favorite luxury brands. I just love the products that I have from them. So the first product I have from them that I would like to recommend to you guys is their Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. Love this foundation. It's one of my favorites, mainly because of the way it wears on my skin, which is dry. I've said that a number of times, but mainly the way it wears on dry skin. Again, it gives me that matte, smooth, not dry, but that matte, smooth finish. The coverage is nice. I just feel like my skin looks so elevated when I wear that foundation. Now, the shade I have is 5N. No, I have 6N. And I have the original formula, which was a matte, I guess you could say matte formula. But they've since come out this year with a new formula, and it's supposed to be luminous. So if you do purchase this from Sephora, you're going to be getting the luminous Backstage Face and Body Foundation, but I think it's going to be great either way. This is a foundation that you can build up from sheer all the way up to full coverage, and it's not going to cake. It's going to look really nice. And as far as a luxury brand, I think the price point, well, they went up on the price. When I purchased mine, it was $40. Now it is $43, but I still think that's a pretty good price for a luxury foundation. Because they do have foundations that go upwards of $50. So I think that's pretty good. But this foundation is hydrating, it's medium coverage, it has hyaluronic acid, and it's going to give you that luminous makeup look. So I think this is a good foundation to pick up if you have not already done so. Another Dior product that I would recommend, and I know a lot of people, especially of deeper complexions, are not really feeling this, but it's the Rosy Glow Blush. I have the shade 001 Pink. It is a subtle pink. I love it. I am wearing it today. Subtle pink. This is one of my favorite blushes because it is a matte, a powder matte. This is a powder blush that it has a natural finish. It does go on the cheeks subtly, but you can build it up to give you just like this nice, fresh, glowy look. It does show up on deep complexions, but I think sometimes if you are a person who likes really bold blush, you want to see the color. You want to, you want it to really pop. This is not the blush. But if you just want something that's subtle, that you can do an almost no makeup look, but you still want to have a little bit of flush to the cheeks, then this is the blush for you. But they do have these in different shades. If you don't want this subtle pink, they have 2, 3, 4, 5 other shades to choose from, and the shades go as deep as this mahogany, which is a delicate mahogany. It almost looks like a bronzer, but it is a blush, and I want to try it. So this may be one that I put in my cart. All right, so then the next item from Dior that I would recommend for you would be the Rouge Dior Forever Transfer Proof Lipstick. I have the shade 111 Forever Night, which is a deep berry black. I love this lipstick. I love it, number one, because it is transfer proof and it stays on your lips all day. But I also love this color. I'm not recommending the color per se, but I will tell you that it is a really good color for fall. If you really like deep, dark burgundy, like it says, almost black lips, then this will be good if you're trying to create a statement lip for the fall season. So this is a matte finish. It is very hydrating, it's long wearing, and it is full coverage. So when you swipe it, it's definitely gonna cover the lips 100%. Promises up to 16 hours of wear, but it really feels like nothing on your lips. So I definitely recommend this. It is $45 for a lipstick, but I think it's something to pick up, during the sale at least. I purchased mine earlier this year because for some reason I was craving a deep burgundy lip. And I love it. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. And next, y'all, I want to talk about Fashion Fair. We are going to be recommending Fashion Fair because they have come out with some new shades. They have come out with some new shades to their stick foundation, their cream to powder foundation, and to their iconic lipstick. The Skin Flex stick foundation, they've added, let's see, 3 more shades. They already had, I think, about 14 shades that covered the deeper end of the complexion. So they've added these 3 more. They've added Brown Blaze, Tender, and Pure Brown to the foundation stick. And then for the cream to powder, they've added Tawny, Pure Brown, and Brown Blaze. So pretty much the same shades. I definitely want to try their Skin Flex stick. I'm looking at that Pure Brown, but right now what I have is the cream to powder. I have the shade Brown Sugar Babe, and I love it. The shade is perfect for me. It is a cream to powder formula. I love that, especially for dry skin. Some people may think, oh, well, the powder is too dry. No, it works really, really well for dry skin. So definitely, if you haven't tried Fashion Fair, since their relaunch, definitely give these a try. And then their iconic lipsticks. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm learning that I'm just a sucker for a good lipstick. And I have 2 shades of the Fashion Fair lipstick already. I have the Olay Orange and I have the Chocolate Raspberry. I specifically like the Olay Orange because it is a satin formula. The Chocolate Raspberry is more of a shimmer. So I'm not really a shimmer girl, but I do like that color. And they've added a couple of more, a few more shades to their satin line. They have a Rose Mauve, a Posh that is like a brown nude. They have Radiant Red, Knockout, which is a soft brown, Garnet, which is a ruby red, And yeah, so that's it for the new shades. I'm looking at that ruby red and I'm looking at the nude. I don't need another red lipstick, but something about that ruby red, and I already know how the formula wears. So I think this is going to be really pretty, and I gotta have it. And I need a nude lipstick. But I just wish Fashion Fair would come out with some matte lipsticks. I think that would really set them over the top, at least for me, because I like a good matte lipstick. Yeah, definitely give Fashion Fair and some of their new offerings a try. Okay, guys, so it is sometime later. Oh, I've been doing just about everything. I've eaten, I've relaxed, I've been out, I'm back, and I'm tired. But I'm gonna finish this video. So, I think I left off with my final recommendation for makeup, and it's going to be powders, and this is going to be the Huda Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Now I know that she just came out with the Easy Bake and Snatch Pressed Talc-Free Brightening and Setting Powder, and that's really the popular thing right now. But if I had to recommend one, well, I've only used one. I've been using the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I have the shade Cunifer, and I absolutely love this powder. I think I want to go back and get the Cinnamon Bun. I think that's the color that's closest to my complexion, and just use it as an all-over setting powder. Right now, I use Cunifer just to set the concealer under my eyes as well, you know, it's down the T-zone area, and to bake or carve out my cheekbones. And it's a really nice powder. It's very soft. It's very, as they say, finely milled. Like, it's just so thin. I don't know, thin is the word, but it is, you know, when you take the top off of it, it releases like little smoke, like smoky, so that shows you how fine it is. So I definitely would recommend, if you are in the market for a setting powder, definitely look at these Huda Beauty loose baking and setting powder. So I actually want to try her glowish lightweight blurring press powder. I want to try this one. This gives a more radiant finish as opposed to the new press powder that just came out. I want to just try this because I've seen, I think her name is Minna Adube. She loves this glowish powder, and it looks so good on her complexion to brighten up her under eyes. So I really want to try that and see how that works for me. So the second powder I wanted to recommend is from Kosas. It's their Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder. And it's so funny, I just mentioned the Huda glowish powder. It's also a talc-free vegan powder. And both of these are pressed powders, and I really like the Kosas brand. This powder feels very light. It's smoothing. I use it to set my makeup all the time, and I have the shade Silky. It is perfect for my complexion. It never dries me out. It just always looks really nice. So this is a super soft sheer setting and smoothing powder baked with skincare that sweeps away shine but not the glow, and feels like nothing but looks like everything. And that is pretty much what it is. So definitely, if you're in the market for a pressed powder, look at the Kosas Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder. And it goes for $35, but of course you'll be getting a discount.